Good evening, friends, followers, channel members. Happy Sunday. I can't remember the last time we did one of these iconic flights, so I'm really happy to be back here and yeah, rocking those wings, as you can clearly see. Well pointed out, Dark. Must have been dancing to the music. This has by far, I think, been one of my most favourite landings that we've done during this series. When we arrived in this this poor guy's field last time. For those of you that didn't see the episode where we actually ended up landing here, let me just pull up Google Maps for you and show you what this is. Hang on, let me bring this on stream. Here we go. So we are at Charles Field, NC22, and it literally is some poor guy's house who has just kind of mowed a grass strip into his lawn out of the back. Clearly for takeoffs we're all going to be taking off in a westerly direction. No takeoff towards the guy's living room, although I guess that could be kind of fun. I suppose someone may attempt that just for the hell of it. But so great to see many of you getting here on board for our flight this evening. Just in case you guys want to join us, we're on the North Europe server, and we are, as I've said, at the Charles Field NC22. That's available, of course, to find on Microsoft Flight Simulator. It is here. It's on the world map, so you can type that in and find that quite quickly. Yeah, just realised the night bot is on dope. Let me just get rid of that and give the Nightbot the correct information. There we are. So the plan will be we're going to take off, and then if we just basically carry out straight on our runway heading, maybe a slight left, head west, we'll pick up the I-95. That airport is so easy to miss. Hang on, missed it already again. There it is. I love the fact that when you actually click into it, it really is just a guy's house. It's awesome. So we'll, as I say, we'll sort that out and we'll head down. Oh, looks like we've got some spam bots in as well. Let's just get rid of those. Goodbye. Although that would be rather entertaining. Maybe that's who's based inside Charles Field's house. Who knows? Right, without further ado, this is, of course, not a real ops flight. This is a laid-back Sunday evening live stream flight. So come on in, enjoy yourselves, and grab a beer or two. We are on live weather, we are on live time, and just as I was pulling in and setting up here, I have once again noticed such a massive increase in my frame rates following the reinstallation of Windows 10 and the reinstallation, of course, of the simulator itself. Everything is super smooth, so hopefully you guys are also going to see that on stream as well. We should also be in HD 1080. Now I've got that fixed. So let's get inside and take off. Short runway to take off, so we'll go full flaps for this one. I'm going to do my best to point out some fantastic landmarks as we go. We're going to play the usual bingo. Walmart, McDonald's. I'm trying to think of some of the others. It's been that long since we've done this, isn't it? Look at all you guys lining up to take off. It's almost difficult to see where the actual grass strip is, but it's a little bit easy to spot there. We're on live weather. I'm presuming live weather's working. Always concerns me that maybe live weather isn't working when I see a completely cloudless sky. Right, let's get all those flaps out. Hopefully seeing those going down. I don't actually know what the correct flap configuration for a short takeoff would be for this aircraft. I have no idea on the actual runnings of this aircraft, but yeah, we're going to get airborne ASAP. Parking brake off. Let's get ourselves lined up, guys. And of course, if we can point out some airports and airfields along the way, then people can join us en route as well. A little bit more power needed. Long grass is causing issues. So it's not real ops, nothing daft like that. Let's all get airborne and have some fun. that looks like a well, that looks like an aborted takeoff gone wrong. Whoever's just done that. Let's try and get as much use out of this grass strip as we can, shall we? And pull up before what looks like a public footpath at the end. Up we go. There we are. Nice. Little incline as well as we head out there. So, indeed. Quantum, your family has an airfield around 200 miles south of here. Are they anywhere on I-95? Quantum would have to stop by and say hello. We'll get our aircraft trimmed as well. So I'm just going to pull us around a little bit to the left and head a fraction more westbound, and from there we should hopefully pick up the I-95. It's the first main road we're going to hit, so I can't see us missing it. And we normally cruise at around 1,800 feet or thereabouts. So much smoother since the reinstallation. Although I am noticing a little bit of screens tearing at the top, which is the first time I've noticed that since the reinstall. So that's a bit of a pain. Not quite sure why that's coming in, or whether you can actually see that on stream. Let's get those flaps fully retracted then. I'm just keeping an eye out for the I-95. We obviously don't want to miss it. LG Lambs, how many episodes will there be in this series? I honestly could not tell you. I have no idea. So we'll get ourselves trimmed off at around just under 2,000 feet. There we go. Let's get ourselves trimmed, and then we'll head outside for some lovely views. Now, just looking at the map as we actually begin this episode of the flight, there isn't too much in terms of big cities or anything like that. So we're going to kind of be nice and neutral, really. Now, where is the I-95? I need to make sure that we haven't missed it. Yeah, screen tearing is a bit of an issue there, right at the top of the screen. I've not seen that before. Not for a while, not since the reinstall anyway. So not quite sure what's brought that on. So we've got this sort of forestry that you can see here. I'm sure it's got a name, not that I know it. I'm looking for these landmarks after we'd taken off. So we've got these buildings just here, and again, referring to my Google Maps to see if I could work out where they are or what they are. Yeah, okay, I know where I am. So this is road the 1002 that you can just see coming here. I think it is. Oh, actually, is that the 1002 or is that the I-95? Let's just check and see. Indeed it is. That is the should be the I-95, and we're back on. And the Rhodes Pond Public Fishing Area is that pond that you can see ahead of us. Right, there we go. Left bank. There's the I-95. I feel I've just gained a little bit more height than I want to, so let me just get back in the flight deck. Oh, actually, no, that's about 2,000 feet. That's okay. We'll just roll back on the throttle a little bit. Just try and trim her out. And that's it. Off into the sun. Now, I mentioned this actually on the last stream, with the days, of course, still getting shorter here in the Northern Hemisphere. It means that by the time we're coming in, the sun will start to be getting quite low in the sky, which makes for some really rather scenic views. Right, so there we are. We're on our way, and I have to say, even with the reinstall. Who on earth is doing the fighter jet? Did anyone read the video description? Low and slow. Fair play to you. Fair play. Why not? Obviously, not being an Airbus, it means that I have to concentrate on flying a little bit more than I would. I can't shoot and point. Red Dead, have I tried flying with the Pilatus? No, I haven't. No. Just tell me, which version of the NVIDIA drivers am I using right now? Again, a good question. Since I did the reinstall, it's not the latest one. Lots of people, of course, have been having issues, haven't they, with the latest NVIDIA drivers. Christian, not one cloud in the sky. Well, that's good. That means that it's not just it's not just my sim that's got not one cloud in the sky. So I'm always concerned when I see 0 clouds whether live weather is indeed actually working or not. So I'm just trying to locate whereabouts we are on Google Maps. Oh, I think there we go. I've just found it. So that will be the Holiness Chapel Free Will Baptist. So we're still in the area of the US where there are a lot of churches, religions, sects, etc. And we're coming up on the Fateville RV Resort and Cottages. That's just shown down here off our left wing. We've got the Lucky 7 truck stop. And there's a shop over here which is called Poor Boys. That's... what do they sell? In fact, I can hold my... it's a convenience store. Poor Boys Convenience Store. Well, that's an interesting name. Oh, Christian, that's a good point. Yeah, the first thought was live weather's not working, but if your QNH is not 1013, you know that it's not. You know that it is working. Quantum Mechanic, welcome to the Bible Belt. Oh, we've said this before previously. There is so many different churches and so many different churches and sects on this route. It's it's incredible. Never noticed quite so many before, or even new. But one of the reasons we like doing this particular I-95 Iconic Journeys Fight is to learn certain stuff. We've certainly been learning loads about the USA as we've been heading down here. Matthew Priestley, hi mate, we are on the North Europe server. Good to see you. And Matthew, it's Fayetteville. Thank you for the pronunciation. So what have we got? This interstate now meets up with Route 13. We've got the Eastover Central Elementary School, just shown just up here. And then the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill. I like that name, Grill and Chill. We've also got a Waffle House. What would be your choice, the Waffle House or the Grill and Chill? For me, it has to be the Grill and Chill. I love a good piece of meat. Noxana, you've decided to do a full reinstall after your flights wouldn't load up. Just the loading screen, even after cleaning the commuters folder. Let's hope for the best. How far into that are you then? Because it's obviously quite a long job, isn't it? Brian, good day to you. Chris Hogg, hi mate. I picked up your email earlier on today. Thank you so much for that. That really meant a lot to me, Chris. So I hope you're having a good Sunday and have had a great weekend. So I'm just trying to look to see if we've got an area coming up now. So this little place here is called Eastover. Mark, you're up for the grill any day. Yeah, I'm glad you've said that. Soviet Wizard, you love the meat but you hate killing animals. I don't mind that as long as it's done in a completely humane way. Quantum Mechanic, Waffle House can be sketchy, so you'd go to the local joint. Live traffic dead ahead. Pete, we do have live traffic on as well. Now, we need to make sure we take the right place here. Oh. Right, okay, so we've got a health centre coming up here. So we're not going to go to the right. The right is there a difference between Route 95s and Highway 95s? Because up to the right, according to Google Maps, it looks like Route 95, which is obviously not the one we're following. We're sticking with I-95, going here down to our left as we look on screen. So this place down here is the Affordable Dentures and Implants Centre. What kind of implants? Brian, you've just finished flying Bat Sim. No time to join the VFR tonight. Oh, Brian, you can join us anyway, mate. Red 3, would I mind putting in video overlay FPS counter? I've not got that. I've basically disabled that. Just because, well, actually, as I've spoken before in videos and streams and whatnot, I don't actually care for it. I don't need a massive amount of frames for Flight Sim. The fact that I've got as many as I've got right now is probably more than enough. I could probably cap this. I think, what have I got? I'll just have a quick check. So yeah, I'm showing up to, it's peaking up about 56 at the moment, which is far more than I need for a good Flight Sim experience. Oh, Matthew, well, you've just ruined my illusion now. I thought it was the other kind of implants. Thanks for being sensible. The titanium screw implants, you guessed, Effie. Yeah. Rather large junction here, but it's still a massive junction in what appears to be the middle of nowhere here as we head still down the I-95. So what have we been up to this weekend, guys? Let me guess, Christmas shopping? Devi Hunter, on all four is usual term, titanium four screws to hold a top and lower edge set in. You know far more about this than I do. Ryan E, good evening to you, hope you're well. Sunnyside School Road, that's nice. Where's the school? We've also got the Sweet Valley Ranch as well, showing just over here. Just want to get back inside the flight deck for a second. I want to see how the trim's doing. Yeah, let's just gain a little bit more altitude, just so we can see a bit further. You also travel a tad further as well. So a little area coming up. We've got the Hampton Inn and Suites. We've also got the Cracker Barrel Old Country Store. That, to me, at first glance, from a distance, looked like a sort of football stadium here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Obviously, it is not. Don't know what it actually is meant to be, but nevertheless, a rest area, the I-95 Cumberland rest area, and then the I-95 South rest area. Obviously, you can tell which is which. Flight Sim 123, this is not Google Maps. No, I'm not messing around with stuff like that. I want a nice stable stim. It's really cold, so you can't go shopping, otherwise you'd freeze. It's 14 degrees C, you die out there. 14 degrees C, that's nothing. Right, so we've got an airport coming up. If anyone wants to join us, it's, I'm going to pronounce this wrong again, is it Fayetteville Regional Airport? Fayetteville Regional Airport, you can see that. Let's go for an overfly, shall we? Let's just break off, we'll fly over Fayetteville Regional Airport. And you can just see that now coming at the top of my screen. And we've got the ICAO code for Fayetteville Regional, in case anyone wanted to join us. Oh, there we go. S. Ramers, Kilo Fox Alpha Yankee. Thank you. Kilo Fox Alpha Yankee is where we're just breaking off there. Brian also saying 14 isn't cold. Mark says that's tropical. It's not even coat weather here up in Yorkshire. It's rather warm here in the UK for this time of year. We've had 11 degrees today. And I'm going to warm up anyway. Now I've turned on the PC. This really kicks out some heat. David, EasyJet Sim is my Microsoft Flight Simulator name if you want to find us. So I'm just checking to see if we've got any live traffic or anything like that coming in here. It's a small regional airport, so perhaps not. I can't see anything, so we're going to head back south and back over to the I-95. So this is the Clodley Road, I think it is. That should lead us back up the I-95 in a section in a moment. Let me just check that we are heading south. Yes, we are. Good, that's fine. I'm not navigating by the sun. Well, that rattled the bones. Quantum Mechanic, yeah, North Europe server. How many guys have got around us? I see quite a few lights behind us. There we go, and we're back on it. Back on the I-95. Matthew, you've been there this past week. Nice. What's your favourite food when you get there? Would you not get a chance? I know all pilots tend to associate different airports with their with different food and local things you can pick up. Right, what we got coming up at the next intersection in a few minutes' time? There's a huge distribution centre there. That's got to be Walmart, hasn't it? Yeah, there it is. So there's another Walmart distribution centre. That's one on our bingo list. Brian, where did that jet come from? Nearly crapped myself. You have to learn to tune these things out. There's no TCAS on the Diamond DV20. Alright, just having a quick look here. We've got... so is Bojangles, is that an actual restaurant chain or is it just a one-off? So Bojangles is down there. I've not heard of it before. I know the song and the dancer. And then what a load of... Are they solar panels, I'm guessing, up there to the top of your screen? Must be. Yeah, mass set of solar panels. Matthew NC claims to be known for barbecue. Really? North Carolina barbecue? I would have gone Texas every time, but I'm not American, so I can't really speak with any sort of authority. Matthew, it's a chain, is it? Okay, it's a regional chain. Again, this is why I love these streams. You learn so much from you guys that are in the know. One day, I'm going to fly us up and down the M1. I'll teach you all about the UK. Wouldn't be a very long series, though, that. The M1 is nowhere near as long as the I-95. Definitely, are there any Wendy's down in London? Wendy's. Right, not much happening here for a little while. Matthew, as a Texan, you agree? Oh, well. And I now see the hint of bias in your original statement there, Matthew. Richard Adams says Little Chef all the way. Are they even still going? I didn't think they were. I thought I drive down the A1 occasionally here in the UK, and all I see is leftover shells that have been abandoned that were quite clearly Little Chefs at one point. David, you drive from New Jersey down to Florida on the I-95 to 2-3 times a year, and it's a 13-7-hour drive, and it's a huge pain. David, what do you do that for? If you don't mind me asking, I'm just generally curious. You don't have to tell me. Chris, you've been flying this week in Manchester to Charles de Gaulle. Great airport. Very busy airport, particularly if you're in on Vatsin, and lots of different approaches to that can catch you out. We all want to know now if Little Chef are actually still around or whether they've died of death. I can't recall the last time I saw one. Not much going on now until we hit, is it St. Paul's, is that the name of the place? Yeah, St. Paul's will be the big, the next big sort of town village coming up. But other than that, it's just fields, fields, fields and fields. Are we yet to see any clouds? There's not a one, is there? And that's usually when my brain kicks in, starts to think, are these broken? Is that one of us up there, or is that some live traffic? Because I do have live traffic on as well, just to keep things semi-realistic. Matthew says Spirit and Legion are real cheap and get you there in a couple of hours. David, so you live in New Jersey and you go to school for flying at Florida University. You drive up and down for summer breaks and sometimes winter breaks. I see. Right, okay. Alright, so the intersection that we just passed there, Route 301. Yeah, not much taking place, is there? But here we are. So this little place that's coming up is St. Paul's, with a Walmart neighbourhood market coming up. You can see that actually quite clearly, this rather large building just at the far side of this junction coming up. Huddle House, Taco Bell. Hey, we've got Taco Bells here in the UK now as well. In fact, I've got one about 5 minutes from them. Oh wow, Nick and Dark Fury, you're going to have to battle that out. So Nick says that Little Chef website is still up, so maybe they're still in business. And Dark Fury says Little Chef closed January 31st, 2018. Deffy, you've got a Wimpy not far from you, at about 6 miles. Deffy, I had a birthday party at a Wimpy. I must have been about 5 years old, and I can't remember much of it. The cake was nice. Harry is with us. Yeah, anyone can join us, mate. Absolutely anybody. We're on the North Europe server. Wow, the amount of churches and things that we've just passed. Westview Pentecostal Holiness Church, the Great Marsh Baptist Church. In fact, there's 2 of those. That might just be an error on Google Maps, to be fair. And the Making Waves Beauty Salon. Kind of out of place. Lanks Diesel Garage, that is down here, apparently, just prior to this little strip of water. Mark, York has your nearest Taco Bell. There's one just off junction M36 of the M1 here in the UK, and I'm obviously not far from that at all. And for those of you wanting to try a flight school anywhere near there, there is the Fly Me Flight School, literally 5 minutes off junction 36 of the M1. Very, very impressive setup if anyone fancies visiting there. They also do cabin crew training too. Matthew, I like fun facts. So fun fact, Walmart is the largest private employer in the US, as trashy as it is. Yeah, I can believe that they are the, not that they're trashy, but certainly that they're the largest employer, largest private employer. I mean, they're absolutely huge, aren't they? They're huge, they're global. They took Asda over here, of course, here in the UK, although I think they've just sold them back out, haven't they? Tread me when your jet pilot blacks out. Oh, that's nice and realistic there. So this is the 10-mile swamp, apparently, just to the right-hand side of the I-95 that you can see here. So Dark Fury is the one in Frenchgate. I didn't know that. But then again, why would I? I don't think I've ever been to Taco Bell since it opened. We've got, and I don't know if they're owned by the same company, but literally 5 minutes from us we've got, obviously, McDonald's. I say that, we've now got 3 McDonald's within less than 10 minutes. It's insane. They're just popping up all over the place. So we've got McDonald's, we've got KFC, and this is all on the same site. McDonald's, KFC, a nice pub, Dunkin' Donuts, and Taco Bell's, Starbucks and Costa, literally all on the same little spot, just off junction 36 of the M1. So this is a way station for the I-95. NB way station that you can just see there. The Magnolia School. We've just passed. Where's the Magnolia School? Oh, there it is. There's the Magnolia School. Wow, but that's plain and boring. So I don't know if anyone answered me actually. Have you all had a fun weekend? Have you been Christmas shopping, getting everything ready for a couple of weeks' time? Hi Smithers, what town are we near? That is a great question. We are near Best Western Lumberton. Is that a place? What a strange name. Best Western Lumberton. I have no idea if there's any airfields near us at all, to be honest with you. So we've got coming up here the Robeson County College School, Spring Hill Suites by the Marriott. Marriott, of course, big name in hotels. And oh, now you're talking. We've got loads of stuff here. We've got a Hobby Lobby. Not heard of that before. Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, Home Improvement, Golden Corals Buffet and Grill, and of course another Walmart Supercenter shown just here. Sam's Club. What's Sam's Club? Is that like a sports outlet or something? Oh, I think it might just be a cash and carry. So we're near Lumberton. Lumberton has an airport. Whereabouts is that? Doubtfully, when will the Christmas flight take place? Probably not this week. It might be the following week. Because for anyone who's interested, our Christmas flight this time round is going to be a full day stream. We're going to head up to Santaland and back again. Most likely departing from somewhere like Manchester. Or we may do something different. We may depart somewhere like Edinburgh or even Newcastle. Oh, McDonald's is now down there, just by the Food Lion. There we go. Happy McDonald's. Large chocolate milkshake and 6 chicken nuggets, please. What's that big building over there? Is that just a mall of some? Oh yeah, the Briggs Park Mall. Oh, is Sam's Club part of Walmart? Oh, so they really are huge, aren't they? Fingering all the pies. So, is anyone on the stream actually near where we are, Lombarden? And if so, are there any clouds in the skies? I'm generally curious. Now, there's a sort of Department of Social Services is coming up here. We've got the County Department. Well, it's a big science centre actually. The New Vision Church of God. Well, yeah, of course. Right, and the airport you can see in front of us then is the Lumberton Municipal Airport. Let's do an overfly, shall we? Can anyone just happen to knows the ICAO code for the Lumberton Municipal Airport? If anyone wants to drop that in the stream, so anyone who is wanting to join us can do so, of course, on the North Europe server. This quite clearly looks like an old 3-runwayed airfield, typical Air Force. However, that runway no longer in use. It's even got the X's on it as well. That's quite neat. Kilo Lima Bravo Tango. Thank you very much. Let's break off to the right then. Not let the I-95 out of our sight for too long. So, intersection coming up, we've got XPO Logistics. I don't think XPO actually, do they exist here in the UK? Don't think so. Christian, is the weather right? Have you been doing some checking for me? Thank you for that. Sundu Quick Shop which is a petrol station, according to Google Maps anyway. I do like seeing the areas where they seem to store all the school buses, or they might not be school buses actually, but you do see them all the time with the satellite imagery, which is really rather neat. Wow, there's a big double junction coming up here. So I-95 meets I-74 at this intersection just here. No idea where the I-74 goes to. I'm sure someone can educate us. Once again then, not very much around. Glamour Flag Photography is apparently coming up a little bit further on. There's also the Robeson County Career Centre. I want to be a pilot. That's just down here. Again, detail that we've got for the graphics here, considering it's kind of an out of the way place where we're flying at the moment. Looking quite neat, looking quite good. So happy with that. It's not like it's a massive built-up area, is it? So they don't need to go completely over the top. But we are getting another world update for America next year, 2022. So we shall of course see what that brings in. The Inner Circle Holiness Church of something is just over here. So, those of you more familiar with the USA, of course, than I am, does the amount of churches kind of drop off the further south we head? Because there's literally one a stone's throw away. I used to think there were lots of airports in America. I'm now changing my mind. I thought there was an airport sort of every 5 miles, while there's churches far greater than every 5 miles. Christian, now we're over the real McDonald's. Hey? I know I'm about 20-30 seconds behind you guys. Sorry, ahead of you guys. So I'm just over random farmlands at the moment. Oh, I see what you mean. We're coming over a place called McDonald. Got you. I'm not zoomed out far enough on my Google Maps. But yeah, I'm with you. So Quantum, they kind of change the denominations, but they are everywhere. Wow. David, the South has more churches usually. Really? They tend to be more religious than the North, but it varies. Wow. So the more south you get, the more religious. That's insane. Oh well, we look forward to seeing many more as we head down. So this is, I can't even read that on my maps. Raymond Road, I think it is, that we've just intersected. Yeah, Christian, I just spotted that little village on the left called McDonald's. It really was a little village, wasn't it? We completely missed that, really. So we've got the North Carolina Welcome Centre and Rest Area Welcome Centre, and the Benson Chapel Baptist Church coming up as well. See, this is interesting. I'm looking at Google Maps, and you can see the colour of this pond, lake, whatever you want to call it, and it's sort of turquoise in its appearance. It is on Google Maps, so you can easily pick out where you are. Pete tells us that Kilo Fox Lima Oscar is coming up, so if anyone wants to join us on the North server, there you go. Chris, glad that you like the new cloud layers. They are nice, aren't they? I mean, I normally fly live weather, but certainly for screenshotting, very, very good. Quantum, am I using a plugin to track on Google Maps? No, that's how good the simulator is. I've just got Google Maps open on my second screen, and I'm literally just following along as we go. So when I'm sort of silent, it's because I've lost my place. I have no idea where we are. I'm just just having a quick look. But yeah, I literally am just tracking our way down. So we've got Melbourne Road and Joy Road down there. Joy Road? And I can just see the intersection up here coming up now on my Google Maps. We've got the Bracy Swamp, which is over here. Lots of swamps. We don't get swamps in the UK. Jumper, am I using the public beta? No. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is there an NDA for that? So I wouldn't be able to use it. I don't know if there is or not. I'm just surmising. Yeah, so this long line of trees here, that is the Bracy Swamp. And then dissecting that over here, this area of buildings just there, that is the Mike Reeves Livestock Centre. There was a controller who had a sexy voice in FLO when you were flying in the Carolinas. Oh wow, look at the field! Crop circles. Interestingly enough, that is not on Google Maps. So obviously the satellite image was taken at a different time. So the first things that we're coming up on just here, oh, we've got a Waffle House, I like. Hazy Grove Baptist Church. If we had a drink every time we saw a church, we'd be sozzled by now, wouldn't we? Does the beta carry an NDA, Dark? I knew that you would know the answer to that. Yes, I wouldn't be using it. So this is this place called South of the Border? You're kidding me. That's its actual name. South of the Border. Wow. Not down Mexico way. S-Ravens, most of Florida is a swamp. Yeah, well that I do know. The Florida swamps, of course. Sadly seen some aircraft in its time. Yeah, what a great name. South of the Border. Love it. There's a hotel there on Google Maps and it's literally just called Budget. You know you're not getting it. You know it's completely no frills with that. Quantum Mechanics, South of the Border is a tourist trap. It is legendary. Oh, Quantum, tell us more, mate. That's why we're here. To learn, fly, enjoy, and, if I'm being completely honest, drink. Dixon Pond? Which one? Are all three called Dixon Pond? We've got the South Carolina Welcome Centre as well. Do they actually welcome you, or is it just a name and a gimmick? Does the I-95 go through Houston? Houston's in Texas, so no. Even with my limited US knowledge, I'm going to say no, it doesn't. So David says that South of the Border definitely used to be a huge attraction way back when, but today it's pretty gross. He has stopped there to go to the bathroom on your trips, and it was just really gross. Right, so we have got... What's that airport? What's that little airstrip? Is that a... That's the Dillon County Airport, DLC. Downloadable content. Really? No. On Google Maps it's called DLC. So, anyone got an ICO code for the Dillon County Airport? This almost is... This is like we've just taken off from some guy's poor field. This is another guy who's got a field but actually decided to tarmac it. Chris Hogg, whose house we're landing at tonight. Yeah, well, I was just looking. That looks like a good one. Has he got a VOR as well? Never. Or an NDB. That's awesome. Something tells me that that doesn't have an ILS. There's then the Dillon Motor Speedway, which you can just see at the top of the screen there. Quantum Mechanic, don't touch anything and flush it with your foot. Right, let's get back on track, shall we? Jabs Fireworks. I'm not so sure how to put those two names together. Pete Mosley says, shout out to the victims of the tornadoes. Must have been terrifying. I haven't actually seen the news about this. I caught a quick bulletin, but sadly I'd got children screaming at me at the time, so I didn't get a chance to hear anything. It's something I need to catch up with. Usually I catch up with all the news at a weekend. I hear very little during at the week. I hear very little over a weekend. But yes, indeed. That's a huge distribution centre, isn't it? Is that a... Oh, it's Harbour Freight Tools. Harbour Freight. I'm thinking that could be a Walmart distribution centre, but I guess it's a bit far out of the way. Loving the detail of all the lorries and trucks and cargo containers, though. That is a random shadow, isn't it? What the heck's that? The shadow doesn't even look like it would ever be cast by that building. Although, oh, I suppose if it was a bit more 3D, I guess I could see it. So, catch me up, guys. Where have the tornadoes been in the US? Well, it says over 70 people lost their lives, so that's devastating. Quantum Botanic Hazard Fort Tools, their imports from China. Right, okay. Well, one would presume we're obviously nowhere near the ocean, so it has to use the an airport and maybe lorries. I couldn't see a railway either, actually. Ryan, is the only rudder steering currently on 5-wire, no option for the tiller? At the moment, that is correct, but it is being worked on. It is being worked on. Oh, good lord. So, Kennedy got hit badly by the tornadoes. Arkansas, Illinois, Tennessee, Kentucky. Around 7 states, loads of them. What on earth's been going on? I need to go and check the news out after this stream. So I'm looking for a landmark because while I've been chatting to you guys... Oh, there we go. I know where I am now. I know where I am on Google Maps purely because of this little lake. The colouring and everything. Christian, you sometimes watch tornado hunter videos on YouTube and think these guys are nuts. There was an old film, wasn't there? I say old film. I remember going to see it. I was a kid. Twister. To me, that film's not old. It was only out last year. But Twister was about that, wasn't it? Oh, Ryan, you've been an A320 Level D sim at Gatwick today. Was that, at Gatwick? Whose was that? Was that one of Easy's? I didn't know they rented those out. LA Kids 143, South Central US. Severity is unusual for this time of year. Wow. Mark, it's made our gentle storms, our storms in the UK look like a gentle breeze. Yeah, indeed. Although I'm sure I read somewhere that the UK gets more tornadoes per year, per capita of population, or whatever it is. But of course, they're not real tornadoes. They're nothing like. Joseph, the National Weather Centre will confirm if a single tornado tracked over 200 miles from Arkansas to Kentucky. 200 miles? That's crazy, isn't it? Okay, we've got a little intersection coming up here. Route 38, I think it is. The Pilot Travel Centre. The Pilot Travel Centre is just a big shopping centre here. There it is. Somewhere to stop heads of the weary travellers doing this long journey. Christian Twister was good, every other tornado movie was crap. Oh, Ryan, it was Quantum Simulation at Gatwick, just outside. It was superb. Oh, fantastic. Hope you had fun there, Ryan. Hopefully you knew exactly what you were doing as you've watched this channel loads and loads. Mark, you had a lot of damaged roofs in Scotland. Well, roofs, fencing, all that lot, yes, yeah. Never, thankfully though, never really a risk to life. Quantum Metallic, is the pilot a chain of truck stops? Oh, that makes sense. I did think it was a strange choice for a name, to be honest with you. So we've got a little bit of wind. I can almost see us crabbing through the air. Can you see that? We're almost tracking the I-95 perfectly, but we're obviously flying at an angle, so there must be a little bit of wind aloft that's just keeping us nicely along there. Now look at this thick tree coverage that we've got. And this goes on for a long time now, guys. A long time. In fact, chat amongst yourselves, because I'm not going to be telling you anything interesting around this. We've got the Great PD River, which we may see. In fact, I think you can just see that coming in at the top of your stream. But yeah, very little. So Florence Regional Airport. Florence Regional Airport is going to be our destination's end for the stream today. So if anyone wants to spawn in to welcome us, we're probably about 10 minutes away, I'm guessing, from Florence Regional Airport. Ryan, 100%, you've learned so much from it. Thank you. You're more than welcome, Ryan. Richard, it looks like someone is actually driving down the I-95. Well, you could do that, couldn't you? You can download cars now. Chris Hogg, where's the very happy dance music tonight? Oh, I must have got a different playlist on. We'll have to find that out for next time. Dark, have you had a CTD? No! What version are you on? Quantum, were you heading south from Florence? Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, turn back around, you might be able to meet us. We might have a quick fly over Florence, actually. Be the most popular area we've seen since. So as the I-95 comes down, we're going to break off and meet the, is it the 208? I think, at the Magnolia Mall. So what we're going to do, for anyone that is following us, is we're going to stick with the I-95 as soon as we hit the Magnolia Mall, and I don't know where that is in the sim, obviously. I'm literally looking at Google Maps here, so I'm going to be looking out for the rather large, what looks like a pond field, etc. We've then got a massive intersection. We've got the Magnolia Mall. We'll take the Magnolia Mall, we'll fly over McDonald's and Starbucks, and follow this main road, and then we'll hit Florence Regional Airport. It is such a great simulator for VFR flying, isn't it? Darkview, you've had 3 so far this flight. There's something not right there, is there? Starting to see a little bit of life now. A little bit of some buildings coming into view. So we've got different food groups, we've got FedEx Ground, stuff like that. We've got another pilot travel centre. I could take a shortcut because Florence is sort of like over here, but I'm not. We're going to stick with the I-95. Actually, these texts just look really good from where we are. Oh, good lord, Naked HD's back. That's not something we want to see. Dark Fury, it's only happened since you installed FS2 Crew Manager. That's interesting, isn't it? Are we thinking there's a... I think there's a link. Yeah, Dark, it may not be a spammer. It might actually be HD. Lots of distribution centres around here. FedEx, we've got a travel centre, we've got Triple T Freightliner. So Dark, yeah, have you uninstalled? You might have to uninstall, see if there's a potential link. The music's just picked up tempo, hasn't it? So I'm still looking out for that pond and that major intersection. That is a huge building over there. What's that? Is that like an Amazon warehouse? Oh, it's QVC. Isn't that the shopping channel? Funnily enough, that's something we've not seen that many of. I've not seen many Amazon warehouses on this stream. You would have thought there would have been absolutely loads. Bonafide pet boarding services. Right. I believe that's down there actually. Just flown over that. Quantum Mechanic, your sim is running so well since reinstalling Windows and all. Same here, can't complain. Can't complain at all. Quantum Mechanic, QVC is a large drugstore. Is it? I thought it was a shopping channel. Dark Fury, the Chicken Coop airstrip's nearby. Where the heck is that? That sounds like a fun place to land. I can't see that on my Google Maps. Jonathan, no, I'm pretty certain it's QVC. That's something else I'm going to have to check after the stream now. Sure, we've got the QVC shopping channel here in the UK. This is a great formation, guys. Formation flying. Love it. Sadly, I need to keep looking forward so I know where we are. Oh, CVS is the drugstore chain. Ah, right, okay. That would make sense. Ah, Quantum. Good. Oh, Quantum, you're confusing me now. Don't do that. It's easy done. It's a little place called Windsor Forest. We've got more Sam's Club coming up. Still going to take a left at the Magnolia Mall. Diecast Boy, hey David, hey to you. Thanks for coming on by. Quantum Mechanics QVC is shopping. Don't hand fly in chat, folks. Yeah, hand flying all the way here, aren't we? Right, is this the... just have a quick check. Yeah, okay, here we go. Here's the Magnolia Mall. This is the road we're going to take left into Florence. I was expecting some sort of river here, or maybe it just flooded on Google satellite imagery. Right, take a left, boys. Onto the David H. McCloyd Boulevard. That looks great, doesn't it? Lots of detail down there. Simulator is really so smooth since the update. I expected it to be a little bit steadier tonight, what with live traffic on and of course multiplayer. But no, nothing. Just that bit of screen tearing up here. Hey ho, have we got some live traffic, or is this one of our boys? Jonathan, it's good to see us visiting the States again. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been able to do this on a Sunday evening. Right, just checking the road, following this main road down here. There's a couple of main roads, both head in the same general direction now. So, we'll see Florence Airport. It's not that small. In fact, there it is. It's straight ahead of us. There we can see Florence Airport. So does anyone know anything about Florence? Not the one in Italy, of course. Some wonderful facts to end our Sunday stream with. Jonathan, I think the mall was the Magnolia Mall. It's very plain and boring. Mark, you've got to say, but you think this is the best update we've had for so far? Sim Update 7, do you mean? I didn't think it was bad. The best update I've had so far is nuking the computer and starting again. Shame that screen tear has come back though. I haven't seen that since I reset the PC, and render scaling is still at 100, so I'm not quite sure what's causing that. We're also still on the older NVIDIA drivers, so nothing to do with that. Great detail down below again. So guys, if anyone wants to go and buzz Florence, then feel free. The regional airport. And we're coming for a nice landing at some point. I'll do a couple of circles over the top of the field, just to get a nice view of you guys coming in. What's that? Is that live traffic? That can't be live traffic, can it? And those strobe lights are nowhere near your wingtips. Navigation lights, rather, not strobes. Something's not quite right there, is it? That wouldn't have been my choice of runway. Isn't that a taxiway? Oh yeah, that's not live traffic. What's going on there? That's a taxiway, my friend. Is that Harrison Ford? We have two runways of choice. That's not one of them, although it looks like it used to be at some point. Kilo Fox Lima Oscar is where we are at. Oh, Richard, yeah, it's definitely one of mine. Absolutely, one of our followers. I know live traffic's not great, but even live traffic's not bad enough to try and land on a taxiway. Right, I'm going to start reducing power, we'll get some flaps out, and then we'll circle around a few times to come in. This is what I'd love to see from you guys. I love seeing this on the stream. Everyone just bombarding in down on the runway. Great stuff. Then as I'm doing circuits round, I get to see you guys come in. Technically, we should be landing on this runway here, looking at that windsock. You've got an almost perfect crosswind if you're coming in to land on runway 9. Boeing Aviator, hello to you! There does look like a lot of wasted space in this airfield, doesn't it? There's massive fields in between the taxiways and the runways. Jonathan, was someone trying to land an Airbus on the Florence taxiway? Yeah, it looked like that. Standard. Little aircraft like this, though, I don't even need the full runway to land. Okay, let me get back inside the cabin, start getting some flaps out, reduce speed, and I'm going to come back round and land on runway... what runway is it? Oh, I want to say runway 1. I'd a guess. Flaps coming out. You could tell, Wally, that that was an Air Force airport, given the runway configuration. So we'll land into the wind. Still not a single cloud. I can see why lots of people enjoy this sort of flying in VR, which I experienced for the first time the other week. Not going to worry too much about those pappy lights. We've got a touchdown zone which we'll try and aim for, though. Bumpy, to be fair. A little gust of wind as well. I've no idea what the real weather is, but there we go. Perhaps a little firmer than we would have liked, but there's only me in the aircraft, so I'm not too upset. Wonder how long it'll be, guys, before we get the sort of skid marks lasting. That's a random place to park your aircraft. We'll just taxi through the Cessna Caravan. We'll get her up on the apron. Quantum, you do VR, then when you don't have VR, you have your head tracking. I've seen a few people say the head tracking is quite good as well. Oh, race him! Race him! Race him! Take off over the top of him. And there we are, there's that low sun that we spoke of a little bit earlier on in the stream. I know I'm in a small aircraft, those signs look huge. Oh no, he cut in and won! It must be Nick. There we go, we can just all convene. Has everyone taxied to the terminal? I don't mind going to the terminal. Let's get over there. I'll have to taxi a few through a few people to get there, though. So guys, I hope you've all had a really great weekend and enjoyed this latest episode of the series. Not quite a landing in someone's backyard today, though, which was, well, just amazing fun. Last time we did that. Nick, oh, you've parked up. Excellent. Nick, I didn't even know you were here, mate, actually, to be fair. Terry, great relaxing stream. Just what you needed. As you're doing a what? You're doing a Heathrow to JFK. Are you doing that now, or is that now finished? I have no idea where I'm going. I might just be taxiing to a dead end. Hang on a sec. Oh no, that's fine. Dr. Magic, you're a little bit late to the stream. Yeah, sorry, mate. Better luck next time. Let's go get her parked up. Ooh, I like that. See the sun reflecting off the car's windows. That's neat. It is little things like that that make Microsoft Flight Simulator stand out from everything else, doesn't it? I know X-Plane 12's on its way, but what do we think? Oh look, and the bus has come to meet us, take us to the nearest steakhouse. Let's just park her up anywhere, shall we? I was thinking it'd be great if we just all landed at some sort of random airfield, like this one. And then, hello, what's going off there? And there's just one guy that just also happens to be sort of on multiplayer on the North Europe server, and he just sees a barrage of aircraft all drilling down on him. I'm thinking, what on earth is going on there? Oh, well, there you are, guys. Thank you so much. Hope you've enjoyed this Sunday night stream. I say it's been a while, sadly, since I was able to get in and do one. Not going to make any promises for next week just yet because, well, who knows what will be happening next weekend. But of course, we will have live streams throughout the week where we'll be back on our real ops. So, looking forward to seeing you guys then. On your way out, please do not forget to hit that like button on the stream. It makes for a huge difference to the channel. So, thank you so much for that. And of course, if you are new, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell. We've still got a long way to go until we reach Miami, guys, so it's going to be a series that continues well on into the new year, and very much looking forward to it. Thanks so much, everyone. Hope you've all had a great weekend. I'll look forward to catching you on some Airbus Real Ops flights again this week. Thank you so much. See you all again on the next one. Bye-bye.